Okay, so this is my first PSA submission that has been returned to me, and we're going to unbox it and check out the grades. Technically, I guess it's my second submission that's been returned because at the PSA drop off event, the employee convinced me to send the first edition Charizard I had at a higher value so that it was warranted at a higher value so that I wouldn't lose money if it got lost or stolen or anything like that. So we're going to try to not look at the grades as best as we can. There's the backs. And then see what we get. So I'm going to try to guess the grades. I'm not going to try to guess prices or anything like that, but I basically got these graded just because I wanted to preserve them. There's a couple dupes in there that I'm considering selling, but for the most part, it's just my collection from 25 years ago that's been in a binder from then until now, and preserved okay. They look pretty good, but we'll see what we get. I'm expecting some pretty low. They're just cards that I liked, and some that are looking pretty good that I'm hoping to have decent grades. So we're going to use our handy bag clip here to cover up the grade. And if you do this, be careful opening your email from PSA because the second you click that link, you're going to see the top grades right away. So if you don't want to spoil it for yourself, just be aware of that. Because I think I know what this is because this is the only Japanese card back. So this is the Mew. And I saw the grade for this, so I know what it is. So I'm not going to guess the grade necessarily. But we can take a look at it. So it's pretty clean. Can't really see too many issues with it. I thought this looked pretty good. This was my favorite card that I had traded for when I was a kid. Mew's a cool Pokemon, and I just thought the card looked really nice. It's that reverse hollow. So this one, I'm going to guess it's a 7. It's a 7. But yeah, this is definitely a cool looking card. One of my favorites that I own. Okay, so next, let's put the clip on. See what we got. So this is a base set Blastoise. The only real major tournament I went to as a kid, I got second place, and the only deck that beat me was a Hyper Blastoise deck. So I have not so fond memories of this card, but still a very cool card. I have a Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard in here that I want to display together, so they should look pretty cool. And this one looks pretty good. I don't think there's too much wrong with this. I know these base set ones looked really better than most that I had, so I'm going to guess this one is a 7 as well because it looks very similar to the Mew. And it's a 7. Nice. That's cool. So I know that GameStop just started taking cards and you can submit through them, but you can also sell through them as long as they're a PSA 7 or higher. So I might try to sell some of these on eBay. We'll see. But then you can always go to GameStop and apparently sell them there as well. All right. So let's see what we got next. Here's the Venusaur. I mean, these all look perfect to me before I sent them, so I don't know. It goes up to 10 if you don't know, and 7 is near mint, but they go higher than that. I don't know enough about the grading to really know. I'm going to say this one looks honestly perfect to me. Like I could see a little chip on the top of the Blastoise corner. So I'm going to say this one's a 9. Let's see what we get. Ooh, an 8. Okay, nice. That's cool. So that's near mint, and that will be a pretty high value, I think. I don't really know the values too well, but we'll check it out and see afterward. All right, let's see what we got next. Yes, the base edition Charizard. So I had 2 of these. I have a dupe of this, and I'm considering selling one. We'll see how it goes. I might just keep them. This is a very near and dear collection for me. So let's say this one is, I think this is the better of the 2. I want to say this is let's say 9. I'm hoping for a 9. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. It's an 8. I like it. Sweet. Near mint, mint again. Very nice. Yeah, some of these are going to be lower than I thought, probably, because I have really no idea. I looked up a little bit how the grading works, but yeah, okay, here's the other Charizard. They put them all right together, probably the dupes. And I think this one doesn't look... There was something wrong, I think, with this other one. Yeah, there's a little bit of fraying on the edge here. I don't know if you can see that, but if it'll auto-zoom, I don't know. But yeah, you can see right on the edge there's a little bit of fraying and a little bit of white showing. So I'm going to say this is one lower. Let's go with a 7. Yeah, nice. 7. Still cool. Yeah, that'll probably be worth pretty good amount. All right, let's see what we got next. And Charizard is, of course, one of my favorites, as he is many people's. So I'm enjoying having those higher grades on the Charizards. We got, okay, so this is a first edition Red Cheeks Pikachu, which I didn't even know I had until I started looking into this. But apparently there's a defect, not a defect, but just a miscoloration on the cheeks here, where normally the cheeks are yellow, where these are red. So apparently this is worth a decent amount if it's rated well. So I really don't see anything wrong with this. So, but I know they can't be 10s, right? Because they've been in a binder for 25 years. So let's just go with. I'm gonna guess high. Let's say 9. Oh man, okay, it's a 7. Hey, it's still selling at GameStop, so that's cool. But yeah, Red Cheeks Pikachu. Who doesn't like Pikachu? All right, next we have Clefairy. So this one, most of these I put in the to be graded because they're part of my, they're my favorites or they have some sentimental value to me. This one, I mean, Clefairy is cute, it's cool, but this can be worth quite a bit if it's rated super high. And I don't know that it will be because it's got this little bit of white showing at the top there. I think you can see. And yeah, a little bit of the hollow was showing on the sides too, so I don't expect this to be higher than a 7. Oh yeah, no, it's a 5. It's exceptional, right? EX. All right, let's move on. We have Alakazam, one of the cooler psychic types. This was definitely on my team when I was a kid playing Pokemon Red. Looks really good to me. There's a little bit of a missed coloration, a little bit of fraying down there. Yeah, this one's not going to be super high probably. Let's go with 6. That's another 5. All right. What we got next? Mewtwo, baby. Yeah, Mewtwo is another great psychic type. These are all first editions, by the way. The Clefairy, Alakazam, and Mewtwo. I think we got most first editions going forward here. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's. I'm really hoping for some high grades on these Mewtwo's. There is some white showing at the top here. So probably not too high. Let's say 7. Let's hope for 7. It's another 5. Okay. All right. And we have another Mewtwo. So this is one of those dupes. So if this grades well, hopefully I can get some decent money out of it because I would be willing to at least sell the dupes. But otherwise, I'm just glad to have them in my collection and preserved because they're cool cards. But yeah, this has fraying at the top too. I'm just going to say 5 because it looks very similar to that other one. Oh, it's a 6. Nice. That's cool. Let's see what we got next. We have Raichu first edition. So I know this guy can be worth quite a bit too. And I never actually, I don't think I evolved to Raichu when I played when I was a kid, but because everybody loved Pikachu from the anime. But yeah, still would be cool to have as a high grade. I don't think it's going to be super high. It does have some white showing at the top here. Let's go with a 6. It's a 5. Okay. All right. And Zapdos, definitely my favorite of the 3 legendary birds. Also first edition. I know this can be crazy expensive if it's highly rated. Again, fraying. It seems that the binder frayed most, or not frayed, but showed white, on the backs for the most part, because I see some there as well. So let's hope for a 7 here. Oh, nice. It's a 7. That's cool. Hell yeah. All right. That's a nice one for the collection. I actually have a dupe of Zapdos too, so we'll see what the other one gets. Which is probably right here. Let's see what they put them back to back. They did. So there's another first edition Zapdos. This one looks actually a little better, I think. There's some white showing in the corners. I'm going to hope for an 8 on this one. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's a 6. Really? It's a little worse than the other one. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. What do we have next? First edition Machamp. So, and this one is shadowless. I guess there might be an edition that's first edition, or there might be one that's first edition and non-shadowless. I'm not really sure how that works, but yeah, Machamp's always a cool card. Decent amount of white though on the back. This is not going to grade super well, but just happy to have it encased. Let's go with 5. It's a 5. Nice. Got it. All right. What do we got next? Dragonite. So this is first edition, but it's actually from the Fossil set. So Dragonite was always one of my favorites as a kid, and of course still is. But yeah, this one I don't think would be worth too much, but it does look pretty good. So I know there's a little white here showing at the top, but we'll see. I'd say a 7 probably, right? Oh yeah, nice, the 7. That's cool. I like that. All right, what do we got next? So I did 17 submissions in this submission, and then the other one that I'll just show the first edition Charizard at the end. He was the 18th, but I got him back much sooner because the PSA employee at the drop-off event convinced me to send it in, like I said, at the higher value, so came back much sooner. So first edition Jolteon. This is actually from Jungle, the Jungle set. And this looks really good. I mean, I don't see much wrong with it. I'm gonna say an 8. Let's see what we get. A 5. Oh boy. All right. Well. All right. And then the last one out of this batch is, oh yeah, the Scyther. So my deck that I brought to that tournament where I faced Hyper Blastoise was the Haymaker deck, which Scyther was one of the main pieces of, and Scyther was always one of my favorite Pokemon. Big fan. So hoping for a decent grade. I don't think it's going to get too high because this one was played pretty well, and it's got some discoloration on the, I don't know if you can see that or not, but on the text there, and it's got a little whitening there, but let's hope for a 7. It's a 5. Okay. All right. Well, cool. That's the technically second submission. And of course, I already know what the grade is for the Charizard, or the first edition Charizard, but I'll show that anyway. And yeah, this one, I mean, it looks pretty great. The back has a little notch at the bottom, so I knew it wasn't going to get like crazy high. If you can see that little white notch right there. But yeah, I was pretty happy with this grade, and I'll just reveal it. It's a 7.5, which is pretty nice for a first edition Charizard. I guess the 0.5 values are pretty rare, apparently. That's what I read. And yeah, hopefully I'll go for a decent amount. I'll probably keep this one anyway, just because it's the pride and joy of the collection. But yeah. Yeah, that was cool. I'm happy I got them graded. They'll be preserved for all time now, and that's about it. See ya.